Hi, today I'm going to talk a little bit about how to make a diorama. This one is finished. It has a waterfall and trees, some real stones. You can use styrofoam for a building block to make spots higher or, add to the surface. You can use, I use sheet moss that's by Flora, and comes in a bag like this in Walmart. That's what I use for my grass. You can also form it into bushes. And the water, I used a couple of real stones for the waterfall, and that would be, I need a pointer stick. That would be right in here. I used 2 stones and some hot glue for the actual water. Come out pretty good. So on to another piece that is in the works. So we're kind of going to work in reverse. Oh, this one also has, let me see if I can get him a little closer. Oh, it's not going to cooperate. An owl incorporated into this one also. So I'll put this aside, and I'll show you the next one I'm working on. Is one with horses. I have some pieces that are being glued at the moment, so they're pressed down, so they'll stay. This one, and what I use is 2 slabs, or slabs of wood. You can get them from places like Hobby Lobby, and they're like this. Or if you know somebody that's handy, you can have them cut out pieces for you. This one has two pieces of wood, 2 slabs glued together. Then I have a piece of styrofoam back here so I can add some trees. If you want to add trees in the wood, you'd have to drill some small holes. And I have a new piece in the front that has to be painted brown. Also, you can use clay to add to your pieces. I used the red Mexican clay, and you can form it into any shape. So, like this one's going to go up here somewhere for another little platform to work on. And then put this over to the side, and this is kind of what your piece starts out like. Starts with the piece of wood, and you can add the styrofoam however you like. Styrofoam that you get out of a packing box, like this piece that I used on most of the dioramas I'm working on right now, is from a crock pot that I had gotten for Christmas. So this one works out good because you can peel the pieces away and it looks like stone once you get it painted. And I'll go into more of the painting later on. I basically just use hot glue and Elmer's glue. Side note, do not use the clear Elmer's glue for your water and your brook, because if it's not sealed off, it'll leak out onto the table and you'll end up with a puddle. So, nice mess there. Like I said, we'll go in later into more of the painting to make the brook look real, the stones look real, you know, the fake stones anyway. You can also use real stones or, you know, branches from outside. I had found in the dollar store They were selling these little brooms. Hold on one second. These little scent brooms, and it was after Christmas, so they were on sale. But this is what it looks like, and I was like, oh my gosh, little, you know, dried trees without the leaves. So I bought up a bunch of them, and they're what's used in the bear diorama. One second, and I'll get a close-up on that for you. They're what's used in the bear diorama, like back here, these pieces. Alright, so you can go to AC Moore, Tractor Supply, Hobby Lobby, and pick out whatever, you know, animals you want to work with, and kind of just let your mind go. I'm always thinking about different things to do with them. You can even, these trees, the Christmas trees, are from Christmas time for Christmas villages, and I just paint the snow over green, and they work fine. The smaller ones are $1 a piece. These are taller ones, around $2, I believe. It's been a while. I bought them a long time ago to save them up for just this, these projects like this. So you can even take these and cut them in half, and I got 2 small trees. There's a tiny one here and a tiny one here, so you can cut it in half and get different sizes. Just trim them to shape and use either hot glue or a little Elmer's glue, and if you can, push them into the styrofoam, or like I said, if it's in the wood, you'll have to drill a little hole and glue it in the wood. All right. I'll be back. Thank you. So on the dioramas that I make, I usually do a base coat of brown, because you know, if any of your sheet moss is open, you're gonna want, you know, like the real thing, like it would be dirt underneath it. So if it doesn't have full coverage, you'll still have that color underneath. So I had added this piece of styrofoam to the horse diorama I'm working on. So I'm gonna paint this up now. Okay, so this is what my piece looks like so far that I'm going to add the horses to. Just let's see. Sorry about my hands in the way. One more little bush I'm gonna put right in the front. Then when you get an idea of how you want to put things, you know, before you glue any of your pieces down. Set them in the way that, you know, you like. I still have to do the hot glue in the water. And let's see, I was thinking about putting him there. And we're missing the baby. I'll be over here with Mama. She'll stay up for now. So, and don't forget, you can, if you get trees with snow on them, you can paint over them with green. Let's see, there's a couple of spots that I can see. Might not be able to see it on the camera. I still have some white. You can do touch up with that. I'm using the light green by Apple Barrel, spring green, to just brush over the ends of the trees. And I already have my sheet moss glued down, and pretty much everything's done on it. Just got to do, like I said, a little touching up here and there on the trees. I had made some, let's see if I can see these, like birch trees. These are from them little brooms that I bought in the Christmas section, the cinnamon brooms, little bitty ones, and I painted them white and add a little, you know, black on it to the ends, and a little bit down the trunk for those side splashes of black, and I'll be adding those also. Other than that, I think we're pretty much done. And then, like I said, once you get your animals in whatever, you know, place that you want them, you'll be gluing them down. I use Elmer's glue because the hot glue will show up, especially on places, you know, out in the open like this, where the Elmer's glue will dry clear. So that's a little better on that. So I'll be back later.